We could not do National Teach Ag Day without the support of our outstanding partners. And I use the term partners on purpose because they are partners in this effort to ensure a quality and diverse supply of agriculture teachers. They are helping invest in the next generation of teachers who will inspire our leaders, problem solvers, entrepreneurs, and agriculturalists. I'd like to introduce Mr. DeShawn Blanding, who is a regional vice president for the Minorities in Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Related Sciences at North Carolina A&T University in Greensboro. He is also a former National FFA officer and obviously has had a great deal of impact on his own life from agriculture teachers. And he's going to help introduce us to some of our outstanding partners. So, Mr. DeShawn Blanding.
Good afternoon. We recognize that this celebratory event today and the National Teach Ag campaign would not be possible without the support of our generous partners. So I would like to recognize and acknowledge some of our partners who will be serving on the panel today. We have Ms. Jennifer Overholt from BASF, CHS Foundation, Ms. Tracy Eichenberger, Dr. Clint Pilcher from Corteva Agriscience, and Mr. Matt Merritt from POET. Let's give them a round of applause. All right, thank you all for joining us today. So first of all, I'll start by asking if you could describe ag teachers in one word from your experiences with agricultural educators, what word would you say describe ag teachers?
Well, they stole my word earlier in a video, but I would say empowerment. I think ag teachers equip their students in many different ways, and I think empowerment is a good word.
Thank you. I would choose dedicated. I believe that ag teachers are truly dedicated, giving of their time and their talents, not only in the classroom, but above and beyond, and investing in their students, which in the end helps all of us.
The first one that came to my mind was heroes, because I think you do a little of everything, and you do an excellent job at it.
My word is shepherds, sometimes literally, but agriculture is such an important part of American history. And such an important part of our economy, such an important part of really every aspect of life. There's nothing more American than agriculture, and these are the folks who are shepherding the next generation to carry that on. It's such an admirable profession.
I think all these words are strong, as they really are evident in my ag advisor and my FFA advisor and ag teacher. And these ag educators will also be preparing our future students who may one day be working for you all. And so we really want to ask, what skills do you want our students to gain in the classroom that they could be transferred to your companies one day?
Well, I think number one skill is probably the ability to communicate. So helping your students learn primarily to listen, listen deeply to what people are saying, your teammates, other students, listen to what they're saying, and then being able to relay, complicated pieces of information and simplifying that for whoever they're communicating with. Because when you get to companies or careers, it's usually about working as a team across a broad segment of people that have a lot of different backgrounds, and so being able to relate to those people, that's really how you're going to get things done.
I would agree with communication. I think that's critical. Something else that I think that as teachers you play an critical role in is helping students as they come into the workforce to problem solve and be innovative. It's those new innovations when we know about the limited resources that we have, we know about the limited areas where we can't grow any more land, right? So it's those innovations, the ability to problem solve, that's actually going to help all of us. And I would say that you play a critical role in that, in helping us as employers, especially BASF, to be innovative, be inquisitive, solve problems, and that's really where the future lies.
I think a critical skill is to learn to put yourself out a little bit, to take chances, to do things that are a bit outside your comfort zone. You never know what kind of opportunities will come up that way.
To piggyback off communication, fostering that passion for agriculture, and then communicating that, being vocal, thinking bigger than your farm, your job, your company, at some of these issues that are happening, because there's so much going on about agriculture. There's so many people talking about agriculture all over the country, all over the world, and a lot of that conversation is misinformed, and people are setting the image of agriculture without having the right information. And some of that's because we just aren't talking enough. And there's so many people here, so many passionate people. It's so fun to see them, and they got so much to share. So take that passion, foster that passion in your students, and then get out there and talk about it. Be a leader out in the world.
And I realize we recognize that partnerships are greater than financial support. You know, partnerships are the hands-on experience that you have with us. And so what resources do you offer for students and ag educators?
So I'm really pleased to be representing Corteva Agriscience here today. I would say, and I'm thinking about our company, and as a resource, we have a tremendous number of people to help ag educators. We have over almost 200 folks that are signed up, what we call Friends of FFA. So these are folks that have been members of FFA, or or just are passionate about agriculture and want to do what they can, because they recognize that ag teachers, vocational ag education, as well as the FFA, are really training and putting together the people that we want to hire down the road and keep agricultural humming. So recognize that resource is there. We have people skilled in so many different areas, it's unfathomable to think about. So, but they're there as a resource and willing to come talk at your, to your chapters, to your classrooms about their expertise and about Corteva. So.
Thank you. I would say we're all passionate about ag. You're sitting here because you're passionate, and so growing that passion. But what I appreciate the most about working at BASF and our employees, sort of very similar in the aspect. Let's be realistic. We all love this industry. We want to see it grow. We want to have that message go out there. But the same token, our folks in the field, they want to be involved. They want to get out there. They want to be advocates, right, to help grow the industry and to help students and to be a resource for teachers. I've heard several times from students, I work with young individuals coming into our organization from an internship, and they'll say, yeah, my ag teacher said this, and then I heard someone they brought in from the outside into the industry, and it's like, oh, it just clicked for them. And I think that's where that partnership is so critical. It is a partnership among all of us, and so our employees are willing to come into the classroom, to be there as a resource for you. Some other things that we actually do, we partner with a local news organization, ABC 11 News, and developing some science experiments and information that go out there, and we call it the Kids Lab. But it's just another resource not only for our employees to take into the classroom, but for teachers to, as a repository, to go out and find that information to help supplement just some of the things that you're already doing in the curriculum that you're building and the resources. It's just another avenue for you.
Well, at the CHS Foundation, we are trying to provide more resources for teachers so that you have those available once you get to the classroom. We funded a program called Ag Cultures through the University of Minnesota. It's agcultures.com. So that is a series of National Geographic style expeditions. There's some great videos if you want to demonstrate to your students the diversity of agriculture. Those are really great. There are standard-based curriculum that goes along with it. Commodity Challenge is another free resource that students can use to practice being a farmer and marketing their grain. Another resource that teachers can reach out for, the cooperative system is, throughout the country, reach out to your local co-op. I mean, there are experts there that you can ask to come into your classroom. We've had co-ops tell us that some of their ag agronomists go in and teach classes and assist with those. So I think that's a wonderful resource for teachers.
So there's a lot of organizations out there that really exist to share the message about agriculture. You know, I'm proud to be a member of Growth Energy and work really closely with them on biofuels issues. And I know that anything you want to know about biofuels, reach out. Growth Energy will help. I will help. Poet will help. We want to get the word out. That's literally why these places exist, is because there's so much out there that isn't, you know, cast in the right light, and we need to spread that education, and that's students, that's the general public, it's policymakers, it's everyone. So that's why these groups exist. They want people to reach out. They want to reach you and get you the right information. You know, growthenergy.org. That's an easy spot to go to get a lot of information. And you know, if worse comes to worse and you can't find somebody, just shoot us a tweet or whatever, Facebook. Someone will get back to you, get you what you need. I know there's even some curriculum that's been designed around biofuels to help with that, so we can do all the hard work for you. You just got to go in and share that passion.
And to wrap this panel discussion up, you know, the purpose of today is to celebrate ag teachers, future and current ag teachers, and we actually have some future ag teachers here with us now. What thoughts or advice would you offer to our future ag teachers and current ag teachers about partnering with you all and getting involved with your companies?
Well, you know, I think it's about being creative. It's about, you know, creating memories. And you know, that's some of my best memories come from you know, being an ag student in my high school back in Akron, Colorado, and you know, having the ag teacher, Mr. Charlie Johnson. Those are the best memories I have of him encouraging and helping me build, you know, inside what I wanted to be, which is a bug guy. I'm a bug guy, by the way. But you know, like I said previously, I think that there's a partnership there that we can help all of, you know, new ag teachers, you know, find that passion. We can provide tours. We can, you know, we can show people what the future of agriculture is looking like, and help them maybe get a line of sight on what they, you know, something they may want to go after, something they may want to do, you know, in 5 to 10 years down the road, and then what kind of education or what tools you need to put together so you can do that. And so the future is bright, and we're looking forward to working with future ag teachers of America. So thanks.
Thanks. I think just a great way is that continuing that partnership, reaching out. You're in school. And you have coworkers now or fellow students that have gone out, and maybe now they're in industry, reaching out. Any one of our organizations, we're happy to partner. And we have individuals out in the field that can be that resource. Reach out to each other, lean into each other, and help grow. And that's where the benefit comes from, the resources. And I would say, don't be afraid to reach out. Look for different ways. One thing that I see working with young students coming into our organization from either our internship or professional development program is that some of them don't necessarily come from that traditional ag background. And I think that's where industry, that we can help play a part in that, is saying that there are careers, so many different and diverse and exciting careers, and you don't have to have had necessarily to grow up on a farm. And I think we saw that from some of the future teachers of you that are out here in the audience today when you were standing up here talking about your backgrounds. There are so many exciting careers, and things are going to change tremendously over the next 10 to 20 years, but it's all about how are we innovating and working together. So lean into each other, lean onto each other, and reach out, and we have to do the same. I mean, the responsibility isn't just for you, but it's also for us as the industry to make sure that we're partnering together.
Exactly. At the CHS Foundation, we are giving on behalf of the farmers and ranchers that own our cooperative. We keep that in mind with everything we do to build a stronger future for this industry. We've been very proud to support the National Teach Ag campaign since 2011. It's amazing to see the work that has been done in just relatively a short amount of time, and can't wait to see what they do in the next coming years. We're going to continue to look for ways to support teachers going forward, again, with the curriculum that we're funding through our partners. And I think Another project that's coming up with the National Association of Ag Educators is called My Local Co-op. So I think that's something that you're going to be seeing a lot more of pretty soon.
So partnering with the biofuels industry, I think there's a few ways to do that. One is taking advantage of that close partnership that FFA and Growth Energy developed. And FFA, I'm sure, would be happy to act as someone to make those introductions and to get the ball rolling on some things. Of course, reaching out directly, like I said, there's a number of resources within the biofuels industry that exist just to educate. Quite a few resources. If you're blessed, if you won the Rural America Lottery and you happen to have a Poet biofuel plant in your community, right? We have grant programs within those communities too. We encourage all our plants to reach out and to work on community development. So there's resources there too. If you got a great idea and you just need a partner to help with making that a reality, those plants are really into that, and at the corporate office too. Reach out to us, let us know. We're always up for new ideas. We have a scholarship program at Poet called Never Satisfied, and that's designed around the idea of really getting at the kind of personality of the people we want to work with. We want to work at Poet, and we want to work with outside of Poet. It's those people who are driven and aren't afraid to have new ideas and bring those ideas forward. We want to be a part of that. So please don't be afraid to look us up. Don't think you're taking any of our time, because that's what we want.
We thank you for your continued partnership and your support and dedication towards ag education and making sure that it's relevant and active. Thank you so much.